Speaking of construction, though, you know, we're looking across on the other side of the set, and Carrie has his stuff all set up on that side. Before we come across to you, Carrie, I want to thank my guest, Richard Tomling. Thank you so much for coming on the program this morning in the brand new TTT studio. Carrie, what are we making this morning?
Well, now it's time for the DIY session. It's my favorite for the week, because I get to come out of the jacket a little bit and loosen up, you know. So this week we're going to make an industrial style standing lamp. The
industrial style
standing
that
lamp.
Sounds like you have no drilling in that.
Nope, there's no drilling involved.
I can do that then.
Yeah, well, you could do any of the others, you know, but it will take a little practice.
All right.
This time around, we don't need any power tools, so that's good news for some people. Today we are going to use mostly galvanized piping, and we're going to use what's called a camp light to make us industrial style standing lamp. What you will need for this are 5 elbow joints. These are, all the fittings here are 1/2 inch. So you will need a 5 elbow joints, you will need 4 T joints, you will need 2 3-inch nipples, you will need 4 6-inch nipples, you need 4 12-inch nipples as well, 3 1/2-inch collars, and finally 1 4-inch nipple. Now for this, I have a pipe clamp to help me tighten all the pipes properly, and finally the camp light itself. I already put a bulb in this so that when we assemble everything, we would have everything ready to go, and we could just turn on the light and you'll see how well it works. So let's get started. First, you want to make the stem, so you attach the collars to the 12-inch nipples, and we have 4 of these, so you want to ensure, so this is what forms the stem of the lamp. This will give it its height. So I continue here, I attach the other collar, and you can do this mostly by hands, and then you can use the pipe clamp to tighten anything really tight so that it stands and is very sturdy. Last collar going in. Finally, the last length of pipe. So now that all 4 of the 12-inch lengths are attached to the collars, we have 1 4-foot length. Now we'll work on the base. Here I'm attaching one of the T-joints to the bottom of it, and this is what we're going to use to create a stand, because this can't stand on its own, and we'll see that very soon when I create the base of the structure. Make sure it's very tight so that it's sturdy. And in the meantime, I will now add my 2 3-inch joints on either side of the T. Notice I'm wearing my gloves that I was so generously gifted earlier in the month. Very happy for it and very grateful, because safety comes first. At this point, you want to add 2 more T-joints on either side, and these T-joints will be attached to the parts that will become the legs of the base. So one goes on the right, and we have the angle here. One goes on what will be the left. Make sure it's nice and tight, and ensure that the joints are lined up and are identical. To this, we are now going to add our 6-inch on either side of the T-joint. So it's getting a little bit complicated here, but as long as you follow along, everything screws in rather easily. And you could then see the final product in a little bit once we get the base. Once we get the base on, we could put this to stand, and once it's standing, we could work on the top. So now we work on the other side. Again, we attach these 6-inch joints. Ensure that all your angles are properly fastened so that you don't have any unbalance or anything that would cause your structure to fall. But luckily it's galvanized piping, so it's a very sturdy material, so if it does fall, you just pick it up. The only thing here that has the risk of breaking is the bulb itself. We now attach our elbows to the bottom here on each of the 6-inch joints we just attached, and those will form the legs. So ensure that you face them downward so that they will become the stability for the structure. So one just went on the right-hand side. I'm now putting one on the left. For those of you watching on television, it would be the opposite size as I'm facing you. So over here I need my clamp a little to get the angle I need. Sometimes you have to muscle it. So now we switch. On the other side, same deal. You're going to attach your elbows. And again, ensure that the elbow is facing downward. And finally, the last elbow. There we go. And this should be able to stand now, so I will actually put it on the floor to attach the final parts. The 5th elbow then goes to the top. These elbows are all 90 degrees, so we're going to get an arch going this way, so we could then attach the final 2 pieces after that, and we'll attach our camp light, which will be our light source. Nice and tight. Finally, the 4-inch joint goes to the top here. And the T-joint, notice how I'm going to put this one. The T is formed, there's a opening on one side. We're going to use that opening on the one side to create this. Then we use the camp light. And this has a clamping mechanism over here, so we'll actually use this to keep it fastened to the structure. And you want to come over and put the cable between that so it falls neatly. Then you could adjust the suit when necessary. I think I'll put it underneath just so I could get a little more of a down hang on it.
Do you need some help across there, Carrie?
I would take any help I can get myself.
You know I like to get my hands dirty, right?
Yes, yes. All right, so if you want to just plug it in over there.
Plug it in?
Yes.
You sure it's not going to explode on me, right?
It won't, I promise. I practiced yesterday.
You practiced, okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, plug in, and then we switch on over here.
I thought it was going to go on.
And there we go.
And there is light. Well done, Carrie, well done. So this is an industrial lamp that you can make up just at home, right?
Yeah, just at home. You can go to your local hardware store, you can buy the galvanized piping, and you could buy one of these camp lights, maybe also at the same place, or you can go to an electrical store and get one of those, and it comes together really nicely.
You are such a handy man, and you know, he cooks, he makes coffee, he makes these sort of fancy lampy things. You get to have around, right, Kat?
Well, I try my best, you know.
You know what?